Okay, Dad, part 2 here. This is how to do split screen. That split screen effect I do in the church streams a lot. So I'm going to show you how to do that. There's two different kinds. The first kind is with an image, and the second kind is with actual text. So I guess, in fact, I'll just make it one kind because really they're actually pretty similar. So if I go to a part of the video, this thing where I want to show split screen. Let's say he's doing an announcement and I want to show a graphic over him. Let's assume there's an announcement happening right here, right? This isn't an announcement, but you'll get the idea. So what I do is I'll drag the graphic onto this video, right? Into my little files section, my project files over here. So let me go get one of those. I happen to know that I have one over in a folder called church stuff. And let's see here. Lots of, here we go. Streaming all services. Here's one, so I'll take this and I'll drag this into my project files over here. Great. Now from here, I can just drag this onto my timeline up here somewhere. Let's say I want to put it right here. Great. And it shows up. Now, one thing to keep in mind about this is in Figma, I exported this file as half of the size of the width of the video so that it'll fit perfectly as half the size. And so now when I bring it into this project, you can see it here on the timeline. If I zoom in a little bit, there it goes. That's the name of the file. There it goes. Except for it's in the middle, right? That's not what we want. We want to push it over to one of the sides. We're going to push it over to the right. And then we're also going to decrease its size a little bit because it's not the right size. So here we'll go to scale. Again, I have, if you click on the editing button up here, it'll take you to this, where you can see all these things. And then you go to scale and you turn this down until you can see. I'm just hitting the down arrow as I click on the number. Turn it down until I get it to where it fits perfectly, right? I'm cool with that. And then I also want to move it to the right. So the way I move it to the right, this is x-axis. Sorry, this first number is the x-axis. That's moving it horizontally. The second number is the y-axis, moving it vertically. And so I'm going to click and drag this x-axis number over until I get this thing where I want it. I want it to go right about there. Boom, fits perfectly. Now, great. That's awesome. If I play this, you can see it's fitting right where we want it to, except for the video below is not. Okay, so what we can do here to make the video below move over to the left is we're going to need to make a cut on the video itself, because if we don't cut it, then the entire video the whole time is going to be shifted and cut. We don't want this effect to happen for the whole video. We only want it to happen for a part. So I take my cut tool out again by pressing the letter C, and I click right at the beginning of the graphic and at the end of the graphic. So now I've isolated this as its own little clip, right? Now I can apply the effect just to this. So I click on this section that I just cut out, and then I come over to, I need to add an effect. And the way that I do that is something I need to remember. Oh, it's over here. Okay, so this section, this project section, let me move this thing out of the way. There's a bunch of options over here. One of them is, if I scroll over a little bit, effects. You can also see it by clicking on this little arrow here and clicking on effects. Now once we're at effects, I can come down to video effects. And then cropping should be one of these, or transform. That's what it is. Transform, I open the transform folder, and then crop. Here it goes. So I'll take this, drag it onto my clip, boom. And now, up here in this panel, just above, you can see I've got the crop. It says recortar, but that's crop, right? And then I can crop here. And the way that it works is you get left, top, right, and bottom. So what I want to do right now is I want to crop my left in 25%. I'll type in 25, enter, crop my right in 25%, type in 25, boom, and now you can see the outline of this thing. Basically, the reason I chose 25 because 25 times 2 is 50. That gives me 50% of the width of the entire video. And I want to crop equally on both sides so that he's centered, right? And now I can actually move this whole thing using movement position right here. Again, clicking and dragging on the x-axis one, the first number, over until it is right where I want it. And now we can also see that apparently my image is not exactly 50-50. I'm okay with that for now. For the sake of this video, I'd probably want to crop it a little bit. Honestly, if I wanted to, I could just move it over to the right some more, but you get the idea. So now, if I go watch this whole clip, you'll see that right where we made this cut, the graphic will pop up on the right and the video on the left. Boom. Huh? Okay, great. Now let's just say that I had another video clip where I wanted instead of showing a graphic, I wanted to show a whole nother video off to the right, right? Not just a graphic. And the process is basically the same. Let's simply go grab another one. I'll just grab this thing again and pop it right here. And then I'm going to come out and trim it down by coming all the way to the end and dragging it in. Because I don't want the whole clip. I just want a tiny little, tiny little sliver of it. So let me drag it in some more until it matches up with this clip right here. Boom. Now that they're this way, they start and end at the same time. Now I can get rid of this graphic because I don't want to use it anymore. I want to trim a video, right? So we only see this video because this is what's on top. If I make this video and this clip invisible by clicking the eye right here, you can see what's below the work we did on the video still. So now that the one on the left is already done, I'm going to make this visible again by clicking on the eye. What we need to do here is crop this top video and shift it off to the right. We're going to do the same thing that we did last time. We're going to come to Effects, drag crop onto this video, and now over here that the crop is up here, we type 25 for the left, 25% crop on the left, 25% crop on the right, and then I'm going to move it over to the right by clicking and dragging the x-axis number over to the left, and boom, there we go. Now, you can either do it where you have no gap in the middle. I usually like to have like a black border in the middle. I think it kind of looks nice. So I'll take this and move it a little to the right, and take this one and move it a little bit to the left. So we got this gap. I think that gap looks kind of cool. Obviously, you wouldn't put two people, at least for the sermon, I wouldn't do it like this. Instead, I would actually have me singing on one side, Brennan on the other. You get the idea. But that's how you do that. So, yep, I hope that's helpful.